Hey guys, what's going on? ZeroArmada here with a little Blacklight Retribution gameplay and commentary. Playing the map Seaport, Deathmatch, rocking the M4X with the Copperhead muzzle, the Rhino barrel, the ELO-Tech R6 scope, extended magazine, and then the Krane STI-01 stock. Going with a speed build for armor, so we got the Fox+Cat helmet, the BattleVest OS chest piece, and then the Allied LS Viper legs. All that build information, as always, will be in the description box down below. But pretty much, when you're rocking a speed build, it's probably not a good idea to do it on Seaport, because the problem with Seaport is there's a lot of open areas. So pretty much, if you're out in the open and you get exposed, you're pretty much dead if the person has a good shot on you. So best advice for Seaport, especially with the speed build, is just to kind of utilize cover as best as you can. Don't stray too far from the center building or center inner area, and kind of find a place where that if you get in a pretty sticky situation, you can kind of resort to like a safe area and kind of reset and kind of, maybe buy a depot and get some health or something like that. So that's kind of my thought process when I'm running through depot, especially with such low health. But kind of for this video, what I want to talk about is I've been getting some questions about why I'm running a female model in game. Well, way back in the day, of course, when you first make a character, you can choose between a male and a female character. The problem back in the day, though, was that the female characters had a huge advantage over the male characters. And the reason for that is, of course, each character model has a set of hitboxes. The hitboxes basically determine, okay, this is where the model's shoulder is, this is where the model's stomach is, this is where the model's head is, and so on and so forth. Well, basically the models on the female, since the female model itself is smaller than the male model, were a lot smaller. So basically the hitboxes determine, okay, if a shot is registered, if a bullet hits that certain hitbox, then a shot will be registered. And since the hitboxes itself are smaller, then the shots would be a lot harder to hit on the female models. And of course, Zombie addressed this issue, rectified the problem by making the hitboxes the same on both models, the male and the female. But kind of recently this week, I was playing on a male character, and really, I noticed I was getting hit a lot more on the male character with a 200 build than on a female character with 200 build. And of course, hitboxes may still be the same, but kind of something I've emphasized with people asking me is the fact that you still have the perception that you have smaller hitboxes because you have a smaller player model. And until Zombie actually decides to make a design choice and make both the male and the female models the same exact proportions, this is always going to be an issue. And especially with Zombie kind of ramping and encouraging and pushing for competitive gameplay, they need to have either a mutator that forces either male or female models on all characters, or they need to basically kind of go with, if you've played PlanetSide, I saw a little blog or a little developer discussion about this, where they basically showed that, hey, both the male and the female models are going to have the same proportions, and that basically equals fair game and fair gameplay. So that's kind of basically the whole discussion about that. of course, they balance the hitboxes, like I said, but there's still, you can still tell there's a huge advantage if you go female models, and that's why most of the better players usually play female instead of playing as a male in game. So that's kind of a little open-ended discussion for you guys. Let me know what you think about this whole issue. Do you think that this needs to be rectified, or do you agree with this actual statement that female models are still a lot better of an advantage than male models? And yeah, just hit me up in the comments below, and thanks for watching as always, guys. Much appreciated.